Hello, folks. We're live for Super Carnival Infusion Sunday. Now, the people that asked me about Infusion Sunday had better join. I'm talking about John and Anile and Trish. All right, because I hadn't had this on my mind, and they said, when are we going to do Infusion Sunday? So here we are. Now, there's going to be a Super Carnival Infusion Sunday coming up. Now, next weekend, I might be at Mardi Gras Parades. So,
oh, nice. Would you consider going live from there?
Nah, it'd be so loud you wouldn't hear anything but sirens and people screaming. All right. So I have Johnny Neely's from Georgia. I'm in Louisiana. Ron Rio's in Florida. I have extra gold lager from Coors. So I'm pouring the rest of it. Johnny Neely, you only missed Infusion Sunday. This is Super Carnival.
You missed Sunday. The original, John.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I didn't see the notification until after the stream was over. So
that's weird because I posted as soon as before we went live.
Yeah, I got the notification.
I kept saying, wonder why Johnny Neely didn't join. I said, oh, well, I guess he got busier than I thought.
No, I just didn't see it. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
sorry.
It was posted for a long time. That's all right. It's strange that you didn't get the notification, but anyway, we were trying to check the attendance on the XFL games from yesterday. I know there were 2 games yesterday. I was curious.
Now, John, what's your opinion on the XFL? Would you give it a chance?
Probably. I mean, I haven't watched any of it yet, but
it just started yesterday.
Yeah, no, I know. I'd be willing to watch a game.
The Tampa Bay team is playing at New York right now. Actually, at New Jersey. They're in East Rutherford, New Jersey. New York is winning 23-3 in the 4th.
Okay.
I'm trying to find stats on what the attendance was. You're not seeing that on their website. See, I'm curious. Game Center. Let's see. Maybe this
the stats of the rating, the television ratings. Do they still call them the Nielsen ratings?
Yes, I used to do that. I used to work for that, but they don't pay you money. They give you like a bunch of coupons. So I was like, well, I don't need a bunch of makeup coupons. They're like, send you this coupon book, all this makeup, mascara and stuff. I said, no.
Really?
And then to buy like powder, like body powder and stuff. I was like, oh, this is a big hassle, and you don't get anything.
Basically, like cosmetic type things, targeted to women more so.
So they were sending me, yeah, and I was like, no thanks. And they're very specific. Like, you got to fill out this booklet, and I watched this, and I watched that. I'm like, good grief. There's people that love doing that kind of stuff, though. You know, you wouldn't have to send them anything; they just want to do it. You know. I don't see any attendance listed here, so that's telling me something like they're not wanting you to know what it was.
Is that a bad sign?
Probably ain't a good sign. I'll do some more research later. ESPN might have it. They have a rugby team. I might want to go see the New Orleans Gold rugby team, but I'm getting excited about college baseball as we talked about. I don't mind. Okay.
What do you think about rugby, John?
Talking about
what's that?
What do you think about rugby? College rugby?
Oh, I don't really.
No, I'm talking
indifferent, I guess. I don't know.
I'm talking about professional rugby.
Oh, professional rugby.
Yeah. Johnny Lee, we did it Infusions. Mine fell flat. Like, my infusion wasn't bad, but it was just so ho-hum. Nothing changed. And then Ron Rio liked his. But then we end up talking about.
You can just call me Ronnie. I mean, the Ron Rio thing is just there. You can call me Ronnie.
Ronnie's. Then me and Ronnie and I started talking about traveling to the Bahamas, the governments in British Commonwealth countries. So people might say, I thought this was an infusion video. Well, it was.
It went kind of long too. So
an hour. Oh well, I could delete it. Or I could keep it. All right. I have the Coors Extra Gold. I'm sorry, the Extra Gold Lager. Here's my blend. Grand Legacy American Blend. Oh, boy. You say, look how dark. I know, because it says on the label.
It is a little dark.
blended whiskey with natural flavors, and you just know it's got caramel color added.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is aged at least 4 years now, but it ain't going to get that dark in a used barrel. Oh, well, caramel color, no big deal. What do you have, John Neal? John Neal?
I just poured mine. I've got a little bit of the Jim Beam Black double-aged 8-year, which
I've never had.
Courtesy of Robert the Whiskey Scout.
Cool, that is cool.
Robert sent you that?
Yes, he did. I cannot get it here. It's getting harder to come by. They don't make it anymore.
Huh.
That is craziness.
And this is the Ginny Cream Ale that I'm pairing it with, or
Genesee
infusing.
Cream Ale.
Now, wait a minute. You're saying you don't get it anymore, or it's no longer being made by Beam Suntory?
It's no longer being made by Beam Suntory. It's been replaced with just the black, which is the
no age statement.
It's not. They still have a Jim Beam Black, but it's not aged. It doesn't have the 8-year age statement on it anymore.
No age statement. I got you. Yeah.
Right.
Are you going to keep that bottle just for posterity?
Probably not. I've got so many cans and bottles and stuff. It's a cool bottle, but I don't know.
Well, you're never going to see it again, right?
It'll live on forever on my channel when I review it.
I know you said I watched your unboxing for what JoJo sent you, and you said you were going to keep the extra gold can.
Yes, I keep all the macro stuff like that I can't get, like natural, Natty Bow, Schlitz, extra gold, Red Dog, stuff like that. That's just
so they're like the obscure macro beers.
Obscure macro beer stuff.
You don't really do it for like the craft beers, because there's so many obscure craft beers.
Yeah, no, I have some Lagunitas bottles and some Samuel Smith's bottles that I've had for a long time. But when I move out of this place to my next place, they're not making the trip with me. All I'm going to keep is the obscure macro stuff. I've just got too much.
Yeah. I mean, you got to box it up, and then
it's not easy to box. You have to get those boxes with the dividers and all. It's not worth the travel.
Yeah.
Hey,
that sounds good, Brian.
We want some more people to join.
It does sound good, Brian.
Does sound good, Boo.
We want Brian.
Nachos and a PBR. Cheers, all. You better get some PBR and some whiskey on over here. Now, Ronnie has wine and beer. He's doing a repeat. He's doing some replication, because in an experiment, replication shows reliability.
Yeah. Right.
I did my mix, and here's what I'm going to tell you on the aroma. Now, this is Grand Legacy.
Well, shall I say what mine is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the base is the beer of Miller High Life.
Mm-hmm.
And the infusion is a wine, 12% ABV, made by Yosemite Road Brewery. No, it says Yosemite.
Yeah, but it's pronounced Yosemite.
Okay. And it's a Pinot Grigio wine.
Okay. Now mine, I poured the blended American whiskey, and oh boy, the aroma, you can smell the wood right off the bat. It smells like extra gold lager with wood. Okay. Now, these whiskeys, they might cheat and use what's called oak extract. True product you can buy. Well, you can't buy it. I can't buy it, but big liquor companies can buy it, because you got to buy like a train load of it, a train car of it. All right, but it's like beer, vanilla, oak wood. It's like you would imagine whiskey and beer.
Whiskey and beer.
It's such a departure from the previous video where I added the Palo Viejo rum, and it tasted like beer with. So
this whiskey has a stronger taste than the previous.
Yeah, if you drink the Palo Viejo on its own, it does have a flavor. It has a pretty interesting flavor. But when I infused it in the beer,
you couldn't taste it.
It was like nothing. This one is so prominent. Potato.
Because I think he's saying potato.
Oh yeah. Excuse me, I'll get you. But it's
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Scotch is better than Irish whiskey or bourbon, says Michael Cosentino. Well, that's your opinion, and I actually agree with that. But anyway, John Anile would immediately never talk to me if I said that to him. He's a bourbon guy.
I like single malt. I like single malt Scotch too, but the blendeds, I don't think most of them don't stack up to bourbon. But I have had some good single malt Scotch that can give good bourbon a run for its money.
So now you and I really are not going to be friends because I got so much blended Scotch in my house.
Right. Well, you got some good blended Scotch too, though, with the Johnny Walker and the Johnny Walker Blue, and
yeah, better be good for $229.99.
I would hope so.
All right. So, what do you find with your eight-year-old Black Label infused into the beer?
All right, let's see. I haven't taken a sip yet. Didn't change the appearance at all.
No. The ale.
Didn't really change the aroma either. I mean, I put a good shot in the bottom of the glass before I added the beer. Smells like a Ginny Cream Ale. Let's see if I get any of the bourbon on the taste here.
Okay. I love the Genesee Cream Ale. Does me no good.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely coming through on the taste. So you get the Ginny Cream Ale base, which is really good, and then you get the woodiness from the Jim Beam Black Double Aged. It doesn't really add a ton of like alcohol flavor. I mean, it just adds, like if you took oak extract and put it in here, it doesn't really make it boozy or anything though. You get some good wood flavor though. Of course, the Ginny's coming through nicely. It's got that Ginny Cream Ale just has such a unique flavor. It's hard to really describe even. I guess a twang maybe would be. It's got a twang to it that other beers
You're right.
don't
It
have.
is unique. It is unique.
Almost like a sharpness like you get with some ice beers, like something like that. But it's a really good beer. The Jim Beam definitely adds a little bit to it. I like Ginny Cream Ale by itself, so I wouldn't do this all the time. But the Jim Beam Black Double Aged is a really good bourbon. So when you put that in with a really good beer like this, I think it just, I mean, it's dynamite. I love it.
Dynamite.
It's not too much. I mean, if I had put a little bit more bourbon in there, it might not be as good. But I think I got the ratio down pat. I got it down to a science. Just put a little bit on the bottom and then pour the beer right on top. It mixes it in really nicely.
What did you put, about like a shot worth of it?
Yeah, about a shot's worth, just on the bottom of the glass, and then just pour the beer on top.
Yeah, you don't want to go berserk.
Yeah, you don't want to add too much. Now, if you had a stout or like a really heavy-bodied beer, you could probably get away with putting a little bit more in. But with a light-bodied beer like this, you really don't want to go too heavy with it. And I didn't, and it's really good. So I'm enjoying it. I would recommend it if anybody out there is interested in infusions. Get you a good bourbon, put a little shot in the bottom of the glass, top it off with your favorite, lager or ale, and you've got a pretty good product on your hands.
Right. You're right, Michael Cosentino. That dirty bastard is good. Hey, by the way, I just thought I'd mention to see this big bottle in the beautiful plastic.
Yep.
I paid $10.99 for this.
$8 or $10.99?
$10.99 for 1,750 milliliters, which I think is not a bad deal.
That's a really good deal if it's a decent product, which it sounds like it is, then that's a heck of a deal. It's a lot of whiskey.
It's okay. It's kind of obviously low grade. I mean, it's blended whiskey. They don't give a blend ratio. You would assume it's 80-20. They don't give an age statement, which means it has to be aged at least 4 years. And it is bottled in Louisville, Kentucky by the Legacy Distilling Company, otherwise known as Sazerac.
Sazerac.
Now,
Sazerac is like kind of the Miller Coors equivalent of liquor.
They're pretty dang big.
Big brand liquor, like macro liquor.
Oh, yeah. You got some big companies, Diageo, Pernod Ricard, Beam Suntory, Brown Foreman, Sazerac.
I know Sazerac is a big one. You bring that one up a lot from what I see on your channel.
Yeah, because everywhere you turn, left, right, ahead or behind you, there's Sazerac brands everywhere you turn. Think of all the big brands they've got. Fireball, the most popular spiced whiskey in America. They've got Southern Comfort and so many more, and it's like huge. Seagram's VO. I mean,
and it's funny because a lot of people have never even heard of Sazerac. They just know the the name of the liquor by just the name, not who owns it.
Yeah, the parent company tries to de-emphasize themselves, and they try to emphasize the brands.
Because that's really, that's the brand. That's what you're buying. Right.
So they probably would prefer if you thought that each of those was made by its own little company. So maybe they're smart. Now they have Sazerac House in New Orleans. They do have their own brands now. Sazerac Rye whiskey. They have the Extra Rye, which is I think like 18 years, but it costs a fortune. I never bought it. I barely ever see it. They're famous, but like Blanton's, they want you
to. So you hear of Blanton's, but you don't hear of Sazerac.
Right. They kind of like, they want to be in the shadows and they want to push Blanton's. They want to push Eagle Rare. They want to push Old Charter, etc. Okay. Now, I see that light. What do you think about
I was pointing to the duck.
Oh, the duck. What do you think about your infusion?
I think it's good. It's a very good mix. I don't know. You always do the liquor infusions, but I think
thinking about doing wine. Yeah,
taking a macro beer. Last week I did a ice beer in the Bud Ice, but this week just a regular macro Miller High Life. It's not ice. And then with Chardonnay type wine, or actually I keep calling it Chardonnay. It's Pinot Grigio. I don't know if there's a big difference between the two, but it's a good mix. It is a good mix. I don't know if that many people are up to doing that type of infusion, beer and wine. I never tried it before. Before last week, I had never even thought of something like that. But this is the second week I'm doing it. I think it tastes pretty good. It's a nice mix.
I'd like to try the wine infusion like that. It's like a dry white wine like that.
Yeah, I don't think I would do it with red wine.
Right. But the white wine, you get maybe a little sweetness from the wine, but it doesn't take away from the beer because, the beers that you're drinking with it's got a nice, crisp, dry finish, and the wine is a crisp, dry, white wine. So it seems like it would probably, pair very well together. So I'd be down to try that. As a matter of fact,
actually, I would be down to try the whiskey infusions and stuff like that. So if you keep this as like a running theme on Sunday, I'd definitely try something else with the beer.
Well, if I don't have to go to college baseball games, then maybe I could do it on those Sundays.
Yeah.
Because usually at this time, like in a couple of weeks, I'll be at the game, or a game would be ending about this time, and I'll probably be walking out the stadium angry. Be like, how do you lose a 5-point lead in the 8th inning? I mean, a 5-run lead. And like, what's going on around here? This coach is he stupid or what? Because we're always smarter than the coach because we in the stands. But you know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? But Adjunct Lager and Wine, apologies for going full Thunberg, but how dare you?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's what people would think, right? I don't think it's a bad combination.
And you know what one I was thinking about doing today? I was thinking about doing the Fairbanks cocktail sherry in a beer.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been sipping on the Fairbanks cocktail sherry. It is so harsh. I said, wow, I've really become an old softy in my middle age because the first time I bought it, I was like, yeah, I sip on this every day. And now I'm like, oh, it's so strong. 18%. It's like drinking booze. And New York State, it's sold in a liquor store. You can't even sell it in a wine store. But
because it's 18%.
Yeah, it's so strong. So strong. They sell it in a liquor store. It's considered a liquor. But I was thinking about that Fairbanks.
I can buy. Yeah, it's crazy. I can buy 18% wine like that at the grocery store, but I can't buy liquor.
Really?
But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
I can get all the fair. Well, I haven't seen the cocktail sherry yet, but Fairbanks, Taylor, all of those the dessert wines, 18 to 21%. All of them are at my local grocery store. So,
yeah, well, the Fairbanks cocktail sherry, it lives up to its name. It's definitely something that is probably made for cocktails, because on its own, oh man, you'll grit your teeth. But that's all right, because I got 1,500 milliliters and I got a lot of gritting to do.
there you
I'm
go.
not about to waste it, but it's so strong with booze. You could tell it's infused with brandy. You just know they're jacking it up with E&J brandy. You just know that. And I can imagine if somebody was so stupid enough. Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
That's a good setup. Stupid enough, and then he just leaves.
Say what? What happened?
No, I said that was a good setup. Somebody who was stupid enough, and then he didn't follow up.
If somebody was, I wanted to say maybe foolish enough, not stupid, but it might be stupid. If you were to take this and you were saying, yeah, man, I'm going to get drunk tonight.
So what is that? What is it called?
And you drink a bunch of this, you would be
Fairbanks
so.
cocktail.
Okay, here's the. Let me highlight myself.
Sherry. California.
Right, California cocktail sherry.
What's the ABV on it?
18%.
Okay.
It's from the.
So it's like a strong wine, right?
Yeah, it's from the Vintners collection. Not that they have any non-Vintners collection. It's a very strong, pale, dry sherry, light-bodied and delicate, made in the driest style. And look, oh, retraction, action. It's 17%. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. Wally World's closed.
Well, you were close.
All right. For 2 weeks for cleaning and repairs. If you drank too much of this stuff, you would be so sorry. A sherry glass is smaller than this. You know, a sherry glass is like the size of a thimble. I have one.
Is it 5 ounces?
If it's 5 ounces, it's a lot.
Because they say that's like the government regulation for a drink.
Yeah,
when it's wine considered.
I broke one of my sherry glasses. I was so hurt. I have one left, a crystal glass. But this stuff, I can see where it's made for cocktails, because you know how you drink sometimes? You drink something, it gives you like what people call the willies.
Yeah.
You just
I've heard that. Yeah.
You shudder like, ugh.
Mm.
That's how it is. It just makes you just like
kind of like a tequila shot or something like that.
Oh, I never tried tequila.
Yeah, I mean, when people say the willies, I kind of equate that with like a tequila. Tequila is strong shot if you take it.
Yeah, this thing here, you take the cap off, not the cork, you know, the beautiful metal cap, and you smell it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's so strong with like walnut. It does smell like walnuts or pecans.
Pecans.
You can pick up a lot of. It's like walnuts, pecans, those old California grapes. You know, you bought a box of the California raisins, the golden raisins.
The California raisins are the famous cartoon characters, right?
Sun-made golden raisins. Yeah. It's pretty complex, but man, I'm going to tell you, you got to have an iron constitution to this stuff is it. People like it. Apparently it sells, but not too widely available. But I think for $8.99, I didn't get a bad deal for this big old bottle.
You seem to always get pretty good deals over there.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not a liter. It's a liter and a half. And it smells like, what's that smell? I'm telling you, it smells like I can smell it on my hands and on my nose. It's I had it in the glass and it made the glass smell like some kind of spice. Y'all keep talking.
John Anile, are you there?
I am here, Ronnie.
He's like Henry Hill. He's just listening.
Just listening.
You don't talk much. You don't eat much.
Taking it all in here.
I'm just listening. There's just a dead guy in my trunk who is actually still alive.
Right. There's a smell here. It's like a spice. It's like a. I'm trying to think what that smell is. Is it thyme or oregano?
Really? Huh.
If you went to work, if you drank some of this before work and you went to work, people would say like, were you eating Italian food or something? You know, like, hey, Ron, you could join us. Most people use sherry for cooking. I think that is probably so. And they use it for cocktails as evidenced by the name. It's very strange. It's a very distinct herbal note on my nose. And I'll place it. Y'all keep talking. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, wow. It's so bizarre.
Huh. Well, this Ginny Cream Ale and Jim Beam is really good. I would give it a solid A. If we're giving ratings, I'd give it like a 95.
So most excellent?
Really, absolutely. I would definitely recommend it. I think any beer like a macro lager or like Ginny's a cream ale, but it's just a light, crisp, refreshing beer. As long as you get the ratio right and you put a decent whiskey in it, as the infusion, I think it's going to turn out pretty well. I mean, I've been very pleased so far with the infusions that I've done. And this one is my favorite so far. The Jim Beam Black being a little bit higher quality whiskey. And then, of course, the Ginny Cream Ale, which I haven't had in a while, one of my favorite, more widely available ales that I, and the price point, $13.99 for a 30-pack. $3.99 for the 6-pack that I got of 16-ounce cans. I mean, it's a good value, and I'm really enjoying it. It's the spot
for a 4-pack or a 6-pack.
For a 6-pack, $3.99 for a 6-pack of the 16-ounce can. Did I say 4-pack? I meant 6-pack.
Man, that is so cheap.
And I love the new label design too. It's I'm glad they went back to the cursive writing and the more elegant look. They kind of had like that block writing, like computer generated look for a while, and it just didn't look very good.
The cheapest 6-pack of pint cans we can get is $4.39. Yep, that's the cheapest, $4.39.
So there's a deal. There's a better deal in Georgia for once.
You got that right.
I think Louisiana is known for the good liquor deals, more so than the beer deals.
I think you're right. Like getting J.W. Dant blended Scotch whiskey, a liter for $8.99.
Yeah.
Getting
well, how much would that go for in Georgia, John?
What's that? The
J.W. Daniels.
J.W. Dant.
Oh, the J.W. Dant. Honestly, Ronnie, I haven't seen the J.W. Dant here, so I don't know.
How about, let me think of a common blended Scotch that y'all would get in Georgia. How about Cuddy Sark.
Cuddy Sark I've seen.
Cuddy Sark is high here. They think highly of the Cuddy Sark. It was like $21.99.
Oh yeah, here it'd be about $15.
Okay. But see, it's different too. Like Scoresby's is a lot cheaper here than it's value priced here, but it's middle of the road.
What is Scoresby? What type of liquor?
It's just another blended Scotch. It's oh God, what did I get it for? It's been so long.
Why is
like a 1.75 liter bottle for like $12 or $14.99 for the 1.75. So you can get a 750 for $9.99, $8.99, $9.99.
The usual one is a 750, right?
So let's say the 750, $9.99. Where Ron lives, it's like 15 or 16 bucks for the same bottle.
15.65 here.
Right. And he's got that old bottle. I like it. The old school bottle there.
I got the old school bottle.
Are you doing any Dawn Busters with this one, Ron? Or are you just holding on to it?
Oh yeah, it's in the lineup. It's in the lineup. Because I've been doing a lot of blended Scotch whiskey. Now, am I opposed to doing single malt? Oh, no, 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 no. As a matter of fact, that's in the works. But if you're 30 years old, you might not see it till you're 40, but it's in the works. Now, if I could get I just been so caught up in the blended Scotch, you know, but I got so many. They're okay. I like them.
So how far in advance do you buy the liquor that you're going to be reviewing on the Dawn Busters?
About 2 years.
Really? Seriously?
Maybe longer. Yeah. Got the James Fox. I think I bought it in 2018. I know I bought it in 2018, and I got it. I haven't even opened it yet. Blended Canadian whiskey.
Do you have like a huge liquor cabinet?
It's not a liquor cabinet. It's just cabinets. But I have this big.
Have you ever thought about doing like making it look nice and putting all the liquor out on a nice cabinet so everybody
I have
can
it on
see
the counter over there. Like if you come to my house, I have them all on the counter in the kitchen showing what's coming up. So I have a lineup. So
okay.
If you come here, you'll see this is what's coming. Like I have the Challenger at the end, which is Johnny Walker Red Label, and then I have all and then I have all its competitors coming up. And then when I get to bourbon, then I got all those competitors. I just keep rotating it out. Let's see. When they hear Vermont, they think of Green Mountains. Or that. So this cocktail sherry, I'm going to drink it, but it's the residual that has the strange flavor. The flavor itself is okay, but the aroma of the leftover is some bizarre, folks. Oh, the score on my infusion, probably go with a 90. A-. It's good. I mean, I wouldn't go change my weekend plans for it, but if it's around the house and you see it, hey, why not? Couldn't hurt. May not help. Probably won't hurt. I was sorry Trish didn't join because she's the one that brought up the idea, but she's busy. Her children play sports, and you know how that goes. That's more important than doing some beer infusion hangout, obviously.
I guess. I mean, I guess so. You wouldn't really think so, right?
You mean your kids playing sports? Okay, Ron, I don't think.
Well, turning a paper in for college, is that for the kids? They're only like 10 years old.
Paper in for college.
That's what it says in the.
On the chat.
IBRG, yeah.
Oh, I'm not looking at that right now. Ron, I don't think you ever done a house tour of a can and bottle tour. Would you ever consider it? Not really, because I don't ever watch videos like that myself. When people say, look at my beer collection, I never watch that. And I don't want to do what I don't watch. But I do bring in a lot of the beer cans and bottles in my videos. If you notice, whatever liquors I have coming up, I plant them in the videos. So you can kind of get a feeling of what I own anyway by just watching every single video I make. Okay, so y'all looking at the chat where they're saying something happened, they couldn't join?
I think Trish said that she might look for a wine or something. Well,
we'll stay on a few more minutes, but we're not going to be on much longer, actually, because the first for Infusion Sunday, we ended up talking about Commonwealth realm governments, which was very interesting.
Well, we talked a lot more than just about that. That was kind of like the last topic.
Yeah, we talked about traveling to different countries.
Yeah, we talked about the Constitution.
Talk about the U.S.
the Federalist Papers, the 14th Amendment.
14th Amendment, liquor laws in various states.
It was fun, John. You should have been there.
I hate I missed it. I'm sorry. I guess I just didn't hear the alert for the notification. Like when I went on the Hangouts, I clearly see it here. I don't know.
Crazy, because around 1:45 or 2:45 Eastern, I posted that. So I said, well, I guess John changed his mind. I couldn't figure it out, So we only had Ronnie and myself. How long does it take to do an infusion? Not very long. So then we just
an hour and 21 minutes. Apparently, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it now. An hour and 21 minutes.
Yes, we just start talking about any old thing, But it was fun, Sounds like I missed some stimulating conversation. I think you did, really.
Yeah, you definitely did. I think you should leave it up, Ron. It didn't turn out bad. We had a good conversation.
You don't think I should delete it?
Nah, I don't think you should delete it.
Yeah, it was nothing.
I mean, the majority of the video is not going to be about the topic that it says, but it's not bad content.
Right, nothing we would regret saying.
Nah.
Well, you can jump on now, keep sipping, and then we'll close it out. So go ahead and jump on now, or forever hold your wine.
I think, they were going to try to look for something to infuse with.
So that sounds good. Crayons out. Yeah, do it, Trish. Do it.
Yeah, come on. I mean, if you want to see an authentic Louisiana Mardi Gras culture,
what dates Wednesday, and what part of Louisiana would you visit?
All right, well, that depends how you look at it. If you want to go to Mamou, you can go to Mamou and watch them ride around on horses out in the country. That's a very different Mardi Gras. Or you could go to New Orleans itself. Not this weekend. We're on. There is a parade happening right now in New Orleans East. The crew of Nefertiti, and I was thinking about going to that, but I said, nah. I was just in New Orleans yesterday. I'm not gonna burn all that gas. So it was the first parade in New Orleans East since 1992.
Oh, really? Why did they stop it for so many years?
Lack of participation.
So what makes this year special?
They're just trying to bring it back. These people that live out there said they wanted to get it going. You know what I mean? Sure, we'll give you 3 minutes. So they paraded last year as a sub crew on the main route, but they said they want a neighborhood parade in New Orleans East for the neighborhood. So today was Nefertiti. If that catches on, maybe it'll be a big thing again. I don't know. I remember when Crew of Pontchartrain used to be in New Orleans East for so many years. Now, but if you really want to get a taste of Mardi Gras in New Orleans, you need to go there next Saturday coming up, February 15th. They're going to be parades all day long, starting.
If you went to Louisiana, what airport would you fly into?
New Orleans International Airport, Louis Armstrong, New Orleans International Airport.
Okay.
We're not insane, man. Then Sunday the 16th, there's going to be parades all day long. What is it going to be? Crew of Carrollton, King Arthur. I can't remember all of them, all day. Then there'll be a break. Monday and Tuesday will be a break.
So is next week, is that the biggest week?
No, listen. Then on the 19th, Wednesday, they're going to start up again, fire it up. They're going to have a parade Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and then Saturday it's going to kick in and be totally wild. Saturday the 22nd, they're going to have parades starting around lunchtime. Going to be one after the other. Finishing with Endymion, which is huge. Goes on for hours with super floats. Then on the 23rd, it's going to be the same thing. Starting at lunchtime, and it's going to go on all day and into the night with Crew of Bacchus, ending around midnight. Monday, more parades. And then Tuesday, the climax with parades all day for about 10 hours straight.
That's Super Tuesday?
Yeah, Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday. So you need to come here, start on the 15th. If you come here on the 15th, and the 16th, or wait till the next weekend, the 22nd and 23rd. It's going to be wild. But they're probably all sold out. All the hotels are probably booked. So you may have a problem getting a room. But if you're creative and open-minded,
you might be able to find like a BRB or the bed whatever it's called.
Bed and breakfast. But it could be a problem now. Now Keep Sippin' is here. Trish, you're here, and you have some interesting.
Yeah. So
oh, you're welcome, Simon.
This is a cranberry sour. So it's cranberry sour ale, and it's called Cranberry Yum Yum. This is by, I didn't really check it out before I got it on. I was rushing.
That's all right.
Sippin Brewing Company. Where are they out of? Oh, Connecticut. So it's 4.8% cranberry sour, and I thought some red wine.
Sounds good. We were actually saying that we wouldn't infuse the beer with red wine. We were thinking of sticking to white, but let's see how that red one turns out.
I don't recall anybody doing a sour beer with any kind of infusion.
The cranberry sour, it's a darker, so I mean it makes sense for that beer.
Tart,
yeah. It's already red as it is, right? So
I should have done the wine first.
Apothic.
Yeah, I just discovered this last night. My girlfriend. Oh, that's kind of wow. You guys can't see it. It's like
no, I do see it. It's
the
getting
wine's
dark. It's darker at the top.
Yeah, the wine's staying at the top.
Yeah.
Like it's not. Ugh, I wish my lighting. Like.
No, you can see it's two different stratuses.
Yeah,
that's definitely. It's definitely darker in the top and then lighter in the bottom.
Yeah, it's not even going to the bottom. That's weird.
I was taking notice of your black fingernail paint.
Yeah.
It's along the Gothic style.
It's like a winter fashion. While women do like brown or black right now. Yeah, I'm not like emo or Gothic or anything like that.
Okay, I just caught my eye. I was just curious why, Sorry.
No, it's just like women do like dark red, brown, or black at this time of year. So
okay,
something different. This is really delicious. So you definitely get a lot of cranberry. It's definitely a sour. It's very tart, carbonated, but the red wine kind of just kicks it up a notch. I don't really know how else to explain it, but I would definitely try it. Delicious.
So you would recommend it?
Yeah. So this is a drier wine, and I typically like sweet wines. So this is a drier red with a sour. So I think it kind of balances that out. So it's actually a good thing. Like say you guys have a beer that you're really not digging, or I mean, not a beer, a wine. You know how like sometimes you buy a bottle of wine and you don't really love it? Then you can kind of use it up and pour it in a sour.
Yeah.
Just as long as you use caution and not go crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes I dump a lot of bottles of red wine though, because I'll try them and I just.
Do you really?
I just can't finish.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. You don't cook with them or anything?
Yeah.
No,
you just dump them out?
Yeah, if it's like a really dry, I'll just end up dumping it because I don't have a use for it. So.
Wow. That's harsh.
Wow. That's different than me. I'd make myself. I like that, I guess.
Ron suffers through it. He can't.
Yeah.
You can't dump it out.
Unless it's camo.
What was the other one? The hurricane high gravity that you threw over the fence, or you threw at the fence?
That was camo. Well, there was one wine I bought that was obviously rancid. And there was no way I was drinking that. It smelled like meat marinade, beef marinade.
You could have used it to marinate some beef in.
Oh, yeah, I just was scared. I mean, it tasted really rancid. I was like, ain't no way I'm drinking that. I just dumped it down the sink. Now, the Apothic, I see that a lot. That's very popular in Louisiana, you see.
I think I paid $10.99.
$10.99 for the liquor?
$10.99 for the Apothic Red. It's a 2017 Rich and Smooth, California. And
How much did you pay for the beer?
the beer, I think like $3.75.
That's not
I
too
buy
bad.
singles. I never buy.
That's
I never
pretty
buy
economical.
packs. Yeah,
That's
so,
not a bad combination.
no.
Look, all these people are making comments.
What are they saying? What does
Ron,
Mr. Grovis mean? What does that mean, John?
Ron Grovis, he's up there.
Mr. Ron's Beer Reviews and Tools is in the chat, so I just said cheers, Mr. Grovis, instead of cheers, Ron, because Ron's here. I didn't want it to get,
Ron's
misconstrued.
beer reviews and tool reviews in the chat.
We got too many Ronalds, you know.
There's a lot of Ron.
There's a lot of RONs in the.
Yeah, Ron, Ronnie, and Ron Grovis today.
And there's also Ronald Sutton.
Right. Too many people know children Ronald. So as far as infusions go, how would you rate that? I'm gonna give mine at 90. John and Neely gave his a 95, right?
Yeah, I really like mine.
And Ronnie gave his a
95 as well.
What about Trish?
I'm gonna say like a 98. Like I really am digging this. It's like it's refreshing.
So that's
got that
most
sour
excellent.
tartness, but you have like
that.
Wine blend. It's a good infusion.
Yeah, it's outstanding score.
Yeah,
I see it all around. I've never tried it, but maybe I need to pull the trigger on it. And it's funny that she kept drinking the beer and combo, and it kept that level. Like you noticed that.
Yeah. I'm curious
light.
why. Like why it's still kind of just. It's still just like floating on the top. It's not mixing.
Well, apparently the wine was lighter than the beer.
I wasn't laughing at what you said. I was laughing at the comment.
Yeah, we don't have Ronald McDonald the clown.
You know, Ronald McDonald is actually not allowed to go around to the McDonald's stores anymore because it entices kids to eat fast food. So they don't allow Ronald McDonald to be like a part of the stores. I remember when I was a kid, he used to walk around to the different stores and he would make appearances. I think I
don't know. I think the whole killer clown thing, the it, and all of that. I think
I don't think it's about that. I think
kids
more
are
health related.
Terrified of clowns now.
They're trying to push like health things for kids, so they don't want kids to like be enticed to eat fast food.
Whatever.
Don't even get me started.
The parents have to take them to these little kids can't drive to the McDonald's and buy it themselves. So.
Don't even get me started. I think I need to trim my beard. It's getting too shaggy. I think I'm going to go get the scissors out when we get off the air. Not that that's germane to the topic. Oh, here's an important point. Hold on. Yeah, wow, political correct. You got it right.
Do you have websites or YouTube? I have a YouTube channel, but there's nothing on it. John has a great YouTube channel. It's called Georgia Beer Reviews. So check him out and check out Keep Sippin has one as well.
Yep. So you can check them out. Type in Keep Sippin. It's sure to come up.
We both commented in the actual chat. If you just click on our little icons, it'll take you to the pages.
You think I need to keep it longer, Ron? Okay. Ron went clean shaven. I saw Ron was clean shaven.
I shaved my head the other day. So.
Oh, man. Mine.
Well, if I had hair like that, I'd grow it out, but I don't. So.
I need to get a haircut.
Maybe I should paint my fingernails black or something.
Right? I mean, try it.
It seems like that might add a little extra flair.
What is the style now? Wow. I haven't heard that that's like a popular thing.
No, like it's a popular color for like winter. Like in the summers, women do pinks, purples, and in the winter they do darker colors. And I never really tried black, and I just decided to try it.
Oh, so it's the first time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, there's your answer. Now, here's where we're gonna not get controversial, because what we're gonna say is this is coming to an end. And furthermore,
Well, that sounds pretty controversial to me, Ron.
what?
That sounds controversial to me. That's coming to an end.
Sorry. Then Monday on Bumpy Road Brewery, they're doing a theme, which is
German Pilsner.
German Pilsner.
German Pilsner. I am not going to be able to join. Wild Card Wednesday is coming up Wednesday. Now, I had a theme, and it was called What Beers to Drink at an Acquittal Party, but people were not too enthused about that idea.
Well, it was more suitable for last week. Because, I mean, by Wednesday, it's going to be like, what acquittal? Just the new thing in the news is going to be something else. Nobody cares about that.
Right. And I was just being silly anyway. So Wild Card Wednesday, Friday, Fandango Friday, 7 Eastern, where
are you doing the Fandango Friday this week? You're not doing the Thursday Thundering?
No, I'll be able to do Fandango Friday. And then next week, Stout Sunday, I think.
Okay.
Unless, as of now, that's the plan. I mean, if I can't do it, I always try to give a few days notice. But right now, it's looking like I'll be around next Sunday. So,
yeah, and
How about Wednesday? Is that going down this week?
Yeah, I am going to do Wednesday, and I'm actually featuring Bumpy Road Brewery's beer that he made for me, the wine-infused stout. So
Oh, really?
that's gonna be my Wednesday. I think
Nice,
it's like
nice.
9.5%, and he brewed it with a port wine. So
Wow. So a wine-infused stout. So kind of along the lines of what I'm doing here, but
yeah,
I don't have a stout.
yeah. So he it's called Trish the Dish Imperial Stout infused with Pinot Noir. How do you say that? Go ahead. Tell
Pinot
me.
Noir.
Pinot
Noir.
Pinot Grigio, right? Isn't that what it is?
Pinot Noir.
the different, the Pinot Noir is the red version. You've got the white version.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited to
Yeah,
try it.
I was about to ask her what she had coming up on her channel.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I can bring,
and that actually happens right after Wildcard Wednesday for, most of the time.
So I can bring, since you're doing a stout this Wednesday, I can bring a stout if it's infused with wine or aged in wine barrels.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's going to come on. You're going to come on about 8 Eastern.
I usually go 8. I go 8:30 just so I know like my kids are settled in bed and I have the clear. So
8:30 Eastern, and then Friday y'all have something going on.
I don't know yet. We're not sure. It's Valentine's Day, which
that's right.
We're not big Valentine's people, but it's Valentine's Day, so it's to be determined.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Same with me.
Ron Grovis wants to know what we're drinking before we get off. He joined late. I'm drinking the Genesee Cream Ale infused with Jim Beam Black 8-year.
Ron,
and that's actually a bottle that's not around anymore, right, John?
That's right. They still make the Jim Beam Black, but it's not an 8-year aged.
Well, I have some information on that. It's not as bad as you may think.
Okay. Well,
I had extra gold lager, and I infused it with Grand Legacy American blended whiskey. That's what I did, Ron. Trish did a sour infused with a red wine.
Beer with wine.
Gothic red.
This is good. You guys have to do this. A sour with a red wine. I actually love it.
See? A big success.
Maybe I'll try that next week then. The sour with a red wine.
It's really good. I like it.
And then Ronnie did American lager, adjunct lager with Yosemite.
Well, this is the wine. This is a Pinot Grigio. And then, like Ron was saying, the American adjunct lager, Miller High Life.
And there's one more thing I was thinking of. Man, I can't think. Oh, Alex. I know. Alex has probably his food Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah. I'm not sure what the topic. Do you know is, John? Topic?
No, I don't know.
They
I
did
don't know.
canned soup.
I'm not sure.
They did canned soup last week.
Or 2
Right.
days ago.
Yeah.
Or I said or 2 days ago. Last week sounds like a long time ago.
Yeah, well, last week was yesterday. Today's the first day of the week. What was the yum yum on its own, like a wine cooler, or was the what?
Was the like just let me.
I don't really understand the question.
He's saying that
this is called yum yum. It's a
Oh,
cranberry
it's
yum
like a wine cooler on its own.
No, it's definitely a cranberry sour. Nothing like a wine cooler at all. It's very tart and bitter, and it's very cranberry-ish, but not like a wine cooler.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get off the air. Everybody have a good, safe week. I guess everything's pretty quiet around here. You can hear it's quiet. They were doing a lot of power equipment earlier, but they've all left. And they were cutting up some tree limbs, which they did need to do. I'm glad they did it. I did a bunch of infusions. I have one more beer to drink tonight, but I'm not infusing it. I'm just going to drink it. And I've got some New Orleans craft beers coming up, which I bought. I have a flavored strong beer. I think for Wildcard Wednesday, I'm going to show up with Colt 45.
Wow. Going hard, huh?
5.6%. That's not that hard. Colt 45 malt liquor. I got an 18-ounce bottle.
I don't even know if I can get Colt 45. That's one of those like old school ones.
Yeah, I bought Colt 45 high gravity in Florida, 8.5, but it's so strong. All right, any last words? Yeah, it's 8.5. It's too strong for me. I can't handle it. Any last words?
Nope. Have a great week.
I mean, look forward to Malt Mondays with Bumpy Road Brewery. That'll be tomorrow. That's all I want to say.
Okay, and I won't be there because I got something to do. But everybody take care now and have a good, safe week. Are you going to review? I did a review of Palo Viejo. I just haven't posted it yet, so it's coming. I was very pleased with it, Samuel. I was very pleased with it, but it didn't enhance the beer, really. Okay, so that's it. This is a wrap, folks.
Cheers.
Cheers.